So Ben, the no longer bearded Baptist, is going to tell us what women want and how to be a man. Y'all know I couldn't miss this shit. What is up, you heathens and demons, you beautiful, blasphemous people? Welcome back to A Raging Atheist. I'm your boy Nakasuchi, and today we're going to be once again looking at the channel of that Ben the Baptist. But first, like I do, want to thank my patrons. Lots of new Patreon content, new perks coming. Going to be reworking the whole perk system, trying to make perks better and more consistent with actually getting perks to patrons. Lots of new content. If you'd like to become a patron, link is in the description below. Alright, y'all, like I said, Ben the Baptist is going to tell us what women want and how to be a man. And I have a feeling that I'm probably going to disagree quite a bit. In fact, I know I am because I've already seen the video. So let's get into it.
Now I have a message for some of the single men here. Ruth, she was smitten by Boaz. Totally smitten by him. And I don't think it was just because she needed a kinsman redeemer. I think it's because of the behavior of Boaz. Why? Because Boaz displayed godly attributes. And that's the type of man that we need in our society today. A man who exhibits godly attributes. And let me tell you something right now. Being a godly man doesn't mean that you're a weak pansy.
I don't think that what we need in society are godly men, because godly men to Ben the Baptist are misogynist douchebags that want to rule over women, be the Christ in the home, and I'm just not down for that. You know, being a godly man to people like Ben the Baptist is wanting to kill all gay people because they're so afraid of their own sexuality being challenged that they have to lash out at the sexualities that they fear. You know, being a godly man to people like those in the NIFB or most evangelical Christians in this country means that you have to tell a woman what to do with her body and not give her the option to get rid of a child that she might not want, that isn't a human being yet, even according to your Bible. The Bible clearly states that you become a human being when you draw your first breath. But you know, I'm interested to see what he thinks that women want. Like, I really love it when men talk about what women want as if they fucking knew.
That's how the world would describe it. But you know what? Women today, if you're single, you're looking for a wife, let me give you a hint. Women today, they're looking for a hair-legged man who's not afraid to preach the Bible. They're looking for a man who stands up for what he believes in. They're looking for a man who's a leader, who's a good conversationalist. And you know what? They're looking for a man who acts like a man. They're looking for a man who's confident in what he believes in. They're looking for a man who isn't a sissy, little effeminate, little queer bait. That's what they're looking for today. A real man. You say, I want to get married one day. I want a wife. Well, then act like a man.
That's right, folks. Y'all heard it here first. Ben the Baptist don't just hate gay men no more. He hates effeminate men that might be gay as well. Like, if you're not acting like a real man, yo, then you're a little bitch. But I have a different definition of what a real man is. You see, I don't think a real man has to talk about the Bible. I don't think a real man has to stand in conviction and talk all this bullshit that a 2,000-year-old book says. I don't think that has anything to do with being a man. I think being a man in this modern society, if you want to be a good man, a man of integrity, then you've got to do what you say you're going to do. You've got to have a good work ethic. You got to take care of your children, and not just take care of them, love them. You need to be supportive of your partner and not lord over them, abuse them, or use your strength against them. Being a good man is being a man of solid integrity that will stand against bad ideas and untruth, that will stand for what we know and have evidence for, that will stand for humanity, that will stand for morality. That is being a good man, not being some Bible-thumping, woman-dominating, homosexual-hating person.
Show some leadership. And when I use that word confidence, I'm not talking about being prideful. There's a difference between confidence and pride. Boaz confidently helps Ruth. He tells the servant, hey, don't touch her. Let her get some more grain. He's confident in that command. Let's help this lady out. She had been looking for a kinsman redeemer after the death of Elimelech. And she needed help. She couldn't help herself. And the confident man recognizes the people who can't help themselves and exhibit godly attributes.
I mean, what the fuck are godly attributes? Like, how have you ever met God to know what a godly attribute is? I mean, does the Bible even talk about these godly attributes? I mean, are you trying to be like Jesus or are you trying to be like Yahweh? Please fucking explain. And then explain to me how a man 2,000 years ago is going to set the stage for how a man should behave in the modern era. Because I don't think it equates. I think that we live in a different fucking world. And it's so-called godly men like Ben the Baptist that hates that this world has changed. That wants this world to go back to where the man rules the woman, the white man rules everybody, and that's just the way it is. Well, guess what, motherfucker? That's not the way it is. It's not the way it's ever going to be again. I mean, y'all are trying. Y'all are trying to take us back. You're lobbying. You're trying to instill Christian law into this country. But we're never going to have it. We're never going to go back to that. And you can keep being a little bitch about it, or you can just accept it, come to the modern day, and be a really good man instead of a lying, hateful, vindictive person such as you are.
And if you're looking for a woman, if you're looking for a wife, walk up to him confidently, open up the Bible, say, hey, I'd like to show you something cool in the Bible. And then you know what? They'll probably say, wow, this guy's smart. This guy has some wisdom, and this guy has intestinal fortitude, and he's courageous, and he comes up to me, opens up his Bible, teaches me something. We need more men like that.
Now, fortunately, I think more and more women aren't going to be attracted to that, and they're not going to think that you're very smart if you open up the Bible and go immediately to that. Now, Ben the Baptist, you're talking about women in your church and your movement that have been dominated and indoctrinated into being submissive to the will of men. That's who you're talking to. And yes, there are plenty of women that are going to be down for that. So Ben the Baptist isn't wrong about something. But I think the vast majority of strong-minded, independent women here in the modern age, that's not what they're really looking for. Now, they might believe in a God, and they might actually do this whole Bible thing with you. But I don't think that that's what they're actually looking for. I think that they're looking for a compassionate man that's going to work and that's going to take care of his fucking family. And preferably not be one of these assholes that beat the shit out of their wives.
Because the reality is there's a false version of masculinity today that says go out and be a drunk and be a party animal and go drink some beers and go take some drugs and act like a derelict loser at these clubs, these filthy clubs where people are vomiting everywhere. And the world says that's masculinity, going to the club and hitting on some girls and committing fornication with them and then dumping them the next day. That's not masculinity. You know what that is? Filthiness.
So if you're talking about two people having consensual relationships outside of marriage, I highly disagree with Ben the Baptist. But if you're talking about the player type that goes around and manipulates women, you know, maybe uses his wealth, maybe uses promises of a future that's never going to be there, you know, lies and cheats and manipulates a woman into having sex with him, or men that take advantage of inebriated women to have sex with them, then I highly agree. That's disgusting behavior, and those men should be called out for that. Those men should be shunned from society. But two people, whether it be a man and a woman, a man and a man, a woman and a woman, whatever combination, if they're gonna have consensual sex, if they're gonna have something that as adults that they all agree and consent to, well, it's not my business and it's not your business.
That's shameful is what that is. That's shameful. And I'm saddened by what masculinity has become. I'm saddened by it. You want to be a real man? Walk in the Spirit.
So essentially, the message of Ben the Baptist representing the NIFB on how to be a real man is to walk in the Spirit, which means to understand the Bible like the NIFB does. Because if you're not NIFB, then they don't think that you're a real Christian and you're not walking in the Spirit. So in order to be a real man, join the NIFB, lord over your wife, hate homosexual people, and think that we need to take our society back 2,000 years and live like they lived back then. As always, you know, Ben the Baptist is just providing lots and lots of entertainment. You know, this is what is wrong with society. This is why men become abusive. This is why men think that there's this certain mold that they have to fit, that they have to be these big, angry, aggressive, oh, don't fuck with me alpha males. No, we can be a variety of things. We can have a variety of ideas, and we can be compassionate about a lot of shit. We can cry. We don't have to be afraid of our emotions and still be men. The thing that makes a good man, as I said, in my opinion, is being compassionate, being ethical, taking care of your children, loving your children. Those are the things that really matter, and not being an abusive asshole. But that's just my opinion, like always. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll listen. So as always, I'm your boy Nakasuchi. This is A Raging Atheist. If you like my videos, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell so you can be notified every time I make a new video or have a new live stream. Comment in the comment section below. Share me on your social media. Be the conversation. If you'd like to become a patron, again, the link is in the description below. I'll see you soon.